Hello. It's been a while since we just sat here and chatted like this, isn't it? Um, it's been uh, it's been a remarkably busy week, and I've accomplished nothing. And it's not that I've accomplished nothing in terms of getting things done. I have. They're just nothing things. Just nothing interesting. I just got this, that, and the other, and then time just seems to fly by every day, and I'm so tired at the end of the day. I don't know why that is, but I'm just really, really tired. And so I haven't been shooting any video because there's nothing to shoot video of. Although I may have a couple things here in a few minutes. The only thing I wanted to talk about is today is Columbus Day in the United States. It's a holiday, and I don't really do holidays. I don't sell. There really are no holidays that I particularly am invested in or celebrate. They're a day off, and every once in a while you need a day off from work. And I think, if we had a system where you got one day off a month, that would be better than having this sort of random collection of nonsensical days that they call holidays. But this is Columbus Day, and if you are of Italian descent, that it has been a huge area of controversy in the past in places that wanted to take Columbus Day away because it's like an attack on Italian Americans. And if you want to do Columbus Day, then it's an attack on Native Americans because Columbus was such a horrible person. As someone who is both European and Native American in ancestry, I believe in the web of time. That is, it happened. He did good things and bad for me personally. Good as in, I exist. Bad as in, gosh, you shouldn't do that to people, kind of thing. So I don't care one way or the other, but I get the day off. But nobody else in the family does. Wife, kids, neither of their schools. So I'm here with nothing to do, and so I'm talking to you. Not that you're my last choice. You're not like a rebound or anything like that. I'm just saying. This gives me the opportunity to sit down. I'm organizing some videos and pictures and things, and so this seems like the time to do it. I have been having a heck of a time with my knee for the last, since Friday night, of course. It's always Friday night. But last week, I was having some minor problems with it, and I was trying to get, show the guys at physical therapy. It's like, look, this is what happens, but it wasn't very bad. But this weekend, it was terrible. I really racked it out of place, and I've had to push it back into place now 6 or 7 times. And then the first 2 or 3 were the worst. It's getting better now. Of course, I've got my brace on. I've got physical therapy tomorrow. But again, what do I do? Go into the emergency room just so a doctor can see it? There just isn't an option. I don't know what to do when the knee goes out, because it's not like it's out for 24 hours or 48 hours anymore. The first time it did, but these times, no. I either don't walk or I massage it until it pops back into place, but it hurts. Hurts a lot. It hurts when it's out, and it hurts when you pop it back into place, and it's not right. So, curious thing though, you know how, maybe you don't, if you feel pain, a recurring pain, you remember it, right? You remember, oh, I've had that pain before. That's a pain I remember, but it slips from the mind very quickly when the pain is gone. And I have been telling the physical therapists previously and the orthopedic surgeon, I'm now beginning to question whether I told them the pain was in the right spot, because my recollection of the pain, not being able to feel the pain, was that it was higher up on the knee than it is. But as soon as it hit me again this weekend, I'm like, oh, that's the pain. And then I realized, wait, that's not where I've been thinking it was, but I'm sure it's the same pain. So maybe that will help. I shot some video of it right at the moment that it was happening so that I would have it and I could pull it up and say, this is the spot, here it is, this is where it's agonizing. And maybe, it's not like they can see anything in the video that would go, oh yeah, I can see that your flapdoodle caplatier is out of alignment, but I'm hopeful that something will come of it this time. Here's something you buy in the hopes that you never, ever, ever have to use it for its intended purpose anyway. And that's this little guy right here. Costco had a really good deal on HD dash cams, and I bought two, one for my car and one for Chuan's, and here they are mounted. And all it does is it simply records everything that happens in front of you all the time, and it just continually overwrites the old stuff. And of course, it locks the footage down if there's any sudden jarring or anything that would indicate an accident. And there's also a little button here that I can push that will lock the footage in case there's something that I want to record, like, an asteroid flying across the sky or something like that, which is far better than it being a car accident that I'm involved in. More likely, if you're pushing the button, it's going to be something that's happened that you want to record footage of. And I have some of that stuff here just to show you what it looks like. So let's take a look at a couple of those. Here we are on a weekday morning commute, and we're coming up under a freeway underpass. And you can see traffic slowing out, and the light has turned yellow. There we go. Oh, look at this truck. He's not going slow. Oh, the light's red. Oh, he's in the intersection. Oh, gosh. I think he ran a red light. And here's another one. Oops, didn't judge that well. Ooh, green light, yellow light. Time to speed up, huh? Red light. And in the intersection. Anyway, and we've only had them for a week, so yeah, there's a lot going on out there. Anyway, again, hope I never have to use this for its intended purpose. Be nice if there'd been one in the back too, but I guess I could buy another one, but I'd have to get a much longer power cord, and I need to work out how to get this power cord up and around and down and then underneath and then plugged in, not just hanging here like it is currently. Otherwise, though, it works pretty well. It hasn't been a great week for healthcare matters for me. It's not just the knee, just little things. So last week I got a notice that my prescription that I get was due for a refill, and that they were going to refill it. And, okay, go ahead and refill it. Now, this has to be periodically re-upped by the doctor, as all prescriptions do. And so they sent me a notice saying, hey, you want a refill? I go, sure. And then they said, okay, it'll be done. And then a little while later, they sent me another message that said, okay, it's done. Come pick it up. And before I could come get it, they sent me another one that said, no, it's not actually done. We have to ask your doctor. So we'll ask your doctor. And then we'll get back to you. So nothing happened. Nothing happened. A couple days go by, and the weekend goes by, and then the next week. And then finally I get an email from my doctor saying, hey, I wanted you to come in and do some blood work, so you should schedule an appointment. I thought of it when I saw your prescription refill come across my desk. So it turned out that had gone into my junk mail because it came from my medical healthcare's secure email system, and it got falsified. So it was at least a day before I saw it. And after the end of that, then I went into their system and I tried to schedule an appointment, which of course it's got an appointment scheduling system, but it wouldn't let me do that. My doctor's not listed, our clinic's not listed, etc. So I sent a note back to the doctor and said, fine, I'll do this the old-fashioned way. And by the way, I can't schedule an appointment. And I got it doesn't work. Doesn't work right. So I had to call in and I got a prescription. I got a appointment for what the doctor said was he wanted me to do. I had my physical 6 months ago, so I'm not due for a physical, but he wanted some fasting blood work, which typically just means coming in and then the vampires draw on you and then you go home. So I called in, they got a new receptionist and a new system, because they told me they got a new system on their computers and everything, so they had to go through all the information again, even though I've been a patient there for many, many years. And I said, well, the doctor told me to schedule an appointment for fasting blood work. Okay, so you need to see the doctor. I go, I'm not aware that I need to see the doctor, I just need to have some fasting blood work. Oh, let me check on that. So she goes on, she checks, and she comes back 5 minutes later. No, you need to see the doctor. Like, okay, fine. Can I get an appointment with a doctor? So they set me up with the appointment for the doctor, and they're about to go, okay, we'll see you at 8 o'clock on such and such day. And I go, now am I supposed to not eat for 12 hours prior to the test? Which is, of course, what they do with fasting blood work. And she goes, there's this pause at the other end, and she goes, we're not allowed to tell you that anymore. Like, what? It's like, so I'm supposed to do fasting blood work, but you can't tell me to fast. Right, we're not allowed to tell you that anymore. So, and she goes, if you've had this done in the past, and they've asked you to do that, then perhaps that might be a good course of action. I see. So, right. She said, no, if you would like me to set an appointment for you to talk on the phone to the doctor's medical assistant, then we could talk about it, and she might be able to tell you whether you should do. That's fine, don't worry about it, I'll just do the fasting beforehand, and etc. So that was weird. And then 12 hours later, I get a message from the doctor that says, oh, I went ahead and put in your refill request. See you on the such and such day. And I thought, he was holding my prescription for ransom. He could have, when it came across his desk the other day, he could have sent it in, but he didn't. So then 24 hours later, I get a note from the pharmacy. It said, hey, your prescription's ready. And then a little while later, I get another one from them that says, hey, there's a problem filling your prescription. Your insurance is out of date. Like, my insurance hasn't changed. Now, this is on Thursday, right? So Thursday, they said it's been filled, but you're going to have to pay the full amount unless we update your insurance information. You can update it online, and there's a link to click. So I click that, log into my Walgreens account, and it's got my correct insurance information in it. It says if you want to edit it, you click the edit button, and that says, you can't do that. You'll have to talk to a pharmacist. Okay. So I thought, well, I'll just go down there and straighten it out this weekend. And then Saturday morning, I got a call that went to my voicemail, which was the pharmacy calling up and saying, your prescription's been here for over a week, and you should come pick it up, or we're going to put it back in the bottle. Like, it has been there for a week, or has it been there for a week? I don't know now. Messages coming and going. It's ridiculous. And that's just the kind of stuff that's been going on. And then today, earlier this morning, this very day, earlier this morning when I was talking to you, I said that I had physical therapy tomorrow, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to be able to show them, hopefully, that my knee is screwed up and maybe they'll get something for it. And not a few hours later, I get another call, which also went to my voicemail, that said, by the way, the physical therapy warrant, I think they called it, has expired, and we can't do any more physical therapy until you go see Dr. Carter again, and so we're canceling your appointment tomorrow. So I don't have an appointment tomorrow, and I'm going to have to schedule an appointment with Dr. Carter, who was not available for scheduling at this time, so to go in, and by the time I get an appointment with Dr. Carter, my knee will be fine again, and so we'll be back to square one. It's been a frustrating day, weekend. Oh, and by the way, when I went in to get my prescription and it was there, they had no problem at all with my insurance. It was perfectly fine. So, I don't know. Anyway, if you want to hear more fascinating stories about the horrific state of how healthcare is handled, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will talk to you again.